Have you decided what you want to do next yet? Don't tell us what you have decided. Okay. So my question for you is just as a reminder for those at home, if you're watching as well. Craig loses an ability of choice here in the Last Man Standing Without Patient Network. It's his third game, and to win it, he needs to either go to the random draw or he can choose a hit man to play. What will you be doing, Mr. Waddingham?
I'll go for the random draw.
Random draw, okay. I was convinced you were going to choose a hitman, but it will be the random draw. So, yeah, you've mellowed in your old age, Craig. Okay, so computer, when you're ready, it's time to find out who Craig will be playing. Who've you got, Wad? Come on down, Ian Alley. That's a cracking game.
To be honest, I think you want to be called out when Callum was called earlier in the first match.
Yeah.
And if you can win your 3, then you could be off, right till the end, really. But yeah, now is not really the time you want to be called out because you've got to play the final few games of the night if you still want to be here tomorrow. So, yeah.
Potentially a tough one here for your pairs partner in Carl Sutton, because he's earned the right to be sitting on the hot seat, and he could be straight back in the mix as quickly as is possible. He deserves a little bit longer than how hard he had to work to get through.
Yeah, obviously the longer, the deeper we go in the tournament, the less chance there is really of someone winning three in a row, because the field is like so good at this stage. You're looking around and there's not really a good draw.
But you also said when you came in, you were sort of talking about how you want to get going, but you've been sitting around all day. How tough is it for Ian coming out cold against Craig, who was 2 matches in? He's already won 2 matches. He's up and running. He's got a rhythm going. He's got a feel.
Yeah, it's hard, and unfortunately this weekend there's no practice facilities either, so we're all going on completely cold. So yeah, it's going to be tough, and Craig will be favourite for this match because he's had the run, and Ian's just been sitting there all day. So he's played a good shot there to develop the black. So yeah, there's a good chance here that Craig takes the first frame, and Carl will be twitching a little bit.
Yeah, that's the one. I do feel for Carl if Craig was to win this one, because he would kick him off for hot seat and get on there himself.
It's a good shot. Actually, he had to bend that. Yeah, it's a very good shot. So because he had to bend it, it meant obviously he couldn't do nothing with the white. So he's got to just be very pinpoint with these last 3 shots to find a way to get on that ball to the bottom right-hand corner. Unless it drops in the middle from sort of, the top of the racking area, but I don't know if it does.
There probably is a window, but it'd be thin, wouldn't it? It'd be awkward.
It's getting there, which is a tough shot. But if he can drop this in, he's going to leave a shot on the other yellow to middle to possibly screw over on and just land on one of them 2 reds. Ideally the one below the yellow. So he looks a bit thin for that though, so he's now coming round.
He's looking to the right-hand side of the reds, where there's maybe a bigger gap.
Yeah, this is a small window to land in, on this to the right centre.
Doesn't want to hit the 8-ball full. That's okay.
Is that okay?
I think that's okay. Although the natural's taking him behind the reds, but he'll take the fact if he can pot this, it'll be okay.
If he can do anything with the cue ball, yeah. But if he's got to dink it with side, he may not have the gap.
Big moments in this match, because you feel, for everything we talked about, Ian would like to get off to the quickest start, and this could stop him from having a chance to do just that. He played for the gap, and I don't think he's got it. Yeah, reaction tells us he hasn't.
That was a very tricky one, that. Wouldn't mind seeing a corner pocket view here, just to see if he's got a little bend or a big bend.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the perfect view. This is a decent amount.
Oh, I thought he had that.
I thought he did.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's worth noting it's a brand new cloth actually.
Yeah.
The table got recovered, so they're even harder to get the bite on the spin. So
he felt like he just needed that almost extra ball's length just to allow it to really grip and go, and it just didn't quite go.
And the fact that Ian's got this chance,
now.
What we said at the start about being cold. Well, this is him you know, getting into the match now. So looks like he's going to take a 1-0 lead.
Which is exactly what he would want, just to get going, get into the match, get a rhythm going, kind of try and get over the fact that he's playing somebody that's out there in rhythm. How surprised have you been today with certainly early on with some of the picks, some of the way it's gone? I mean, I feel like it's gone back to kind of what we were expecting as the day's gone further through.
Yeah, there was a couple of funny, strange picks earlier on, but Craig was one last year who made some surprising picks, but he's probably gone down the route that
Yeah.
you would expect. You know, no disrespect to the players he's picked, or the player he picked, but
Yeah.
I think you've got to start to go down the list in terms of the order, the ranking list. Not that they've got the list up there, but you know roughly in your head where people are.
Yeah, and I think last year's decision to go for Gareth was kind of based on the fact that he's got a good record, and he had a personal feeling about the fact that he was playing Gareth, and he felt that was the right call. It wasn't anything else, I don't think. Cue ball straight in. Just what he didn't want to see after taking the lead. And Craig gets another opportunity here. Of course, if Craig wins this match, he goes on the hot seat, means he cannot play again today. With only 3 matches remaining, whatever happens, he could go and have a nice early night if he wanted to. Taking kind of personal feelings aside and things like that, Sean, in this situation with one player to get through to the hot seat means that you're all under jeopardy of 2 players will be drawn out. Are you therefore kind of wanting the other player to win, and Ian, in this particular circumstance?
Yeah, I think so, because you kind of put yourself in his shoes, and what would I do if I was in his shoes? And I think there's players that I'd still pick before me. So
yeah, there's enough sort of amateurs and qualifiers in the draw still.
So I think, you know, if Ian was to win, I think there's a good chance I probably won't be on next. It's just that random pick on the third win, which is
it's a
where
bit of a
we all get
curveball.
squiggy bum time, and
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, if Craig wins, then it's 2 random people, which obviously there's a high possibility will be called out. And yeah, at this stage, you probably don't really want to be called out.
Yes, especially, I guess, with every match later in the day we go as well, the worse it would get. I guess if you were going to get called out tonight, then the best case scenario is that Craig wins this one and you get called out in the next match rather than either of the ones after that. Because at least you're playing somebody else that's called out in the same horrible position that you would be.
Yeah, there is that. It was interesting what Jack done on the bounty earlier. I don't know if you remember it. And it wasn't until I thought about it. I thought, well, you know, there was still quite a lot of lower ranked players in. You give one of them the bounty.
Yeah.
I suppose you've already spoken
I feel
about
like
this. But
you guys must have all been sat there discussing that, but of course he hadn't have been part of that conversation and didn't really think of it on the fly.
But I remember last year I'd won a couple of games and I lost my 3rd game, and when you're put on the spot, like, who do you want to pick, and you see all them names, your head just goes, blank really. So you're not really thinking straight. So I don't really know, like giving Shane the bounty didn't really benefit him.
Didn't benefit him or hurt him. It was one of those, he missed an opportunity to do something pretty clever out there. Now, Craig's in a slightly awkward position. That was a good pot, but he'd love to have come back further.
Yeah, I think he can drop this dead weight and just push the black to the middle.
Can't make both, and he has made both. Ian Ali is 2-0 up here.
The reason I said that, I thought it was a natural to just drift through, but you can see they had to put a little bit of screw on it, which meant more pace into the black ball, and it's gone in.
Well, he's going to get an opportunity to right the wrongs of the previous 2 frames, although there's work this time round.
Yeah, he has to play a cannon whatever set he goes for, which is all you can really ask for when you're in the other seat. On these tables where they play so big, all you're hoping for is you have to do something.
Yeah.
And you know, he's had the perfect angle there anyway. But so it turns out that he should get these quite comfortably anyway. But yeah, obviously with the table being redone, the table will naturally play a bit bigger as well. The cushions haven't been done. If they had been done, they would play massive, but they will play a little bit bigger, which just makes the game easier.
Were you surprised by the decision by Ultimate Pool? Do you know what the discussions from the players that had played was regarding the table?
Well, I think it's because the referee couldn't rack them on the spots anymore. Basically, I think that's the reason. It's not ideal to change, but it's not a big issue. You know, you sometimes see the World Snooker, they change the cloth overnight.
Yeah.
Not generally in the same match, I don't think, but you know, it hasn't really affected anyone. Everyone's in the same boat, so you know, I haven't got too much of a problem with that.
Well, that one's gone wrong for Craig. Just knocked a red awkward after a good opening shot to develop the table.
Yeah, it's not an easy double because of how close the red is to the cushion. So, wow, he's looking at playing the cannon with the white ball going into the yellow to push the red off.
I feel like if he plays that shot, he could end up nowhere on both reds.
Well, I think he'll naturally be on the one nearest the top cushion, or the bolt cushion. If he just plays at a nice pace. Just needs a little bump off the cushion, so, but he obviously thinks it's not the natural line. So it looks like he's going to have to either play on the double or try and go over there. But as you can see, no good there. It's down quick. He's playing the cannon now. I thought he was looking at playing this cannon the first shot. So, oh no, he's played a nice shot actually. He's played the white ball off the yellow to leave the double. I think that's a pretty good shot. I think he played that.
Still needs making though. This is a big shot in this match. Oh, it was right on the edge from the minute he hit it. What an opportunity here for Ian Alley to go 3-0. Okay, not absolutely wide open for the counter clearance, but he's in the driving seat in the frame.
That's not come out, I don't think. Can he snip this back? No, he's playing the safety. Just got to make sure he cuts the line off to the top cushion, because the red is dangerously close to the middle pocket, so...
Well, he's covered the top cushion, but he hasn't covered the red. So full sight of this for Craig, but not much you can do from here.
Yeah, I can't see a shot. Can't see a pot on.
Not again. Oh, so close.
He'll settle for that, I think.
Yeah, that's a result.
Red's gone fairly close to the corner, and there's no real pot on. And actually, he's got to come off this. Make sure you don't leave the gap. Oh, he's gone the other side. So yeah, make sure you don't go in off. Wonder if he'll use the jaws of the top right pocket to come across. Not sure he can come off the left-hand side cushion and cut it in. I think that yellow's in the way.
Yeah, looks a fairly regulation hit from the left-hand side through the gap, but can't do anything with that. So taking on the more expansive shot.
Yeah, good effort. Ian will be loving this situation.
Yeah, as long as he goes on to win the frame, this is eating time into the match. He's still huge favourite to win the frame, which makes him a massive favourite to win the match from here.
Yeah, it's one of them where he can just win this frame at whatever pace he likes. So he'll probably try and miss this thin and just leave the white over the right hand side. Oh, he's gone for the pot. But you see, he has left the pot if he'd have missed that. I think a bit risky to play it that way, but
probably one of those he felt like he was going to get the snooker anyway, so thought it was a free hit, and then just nearly missed it on the thick side and just pulled the cue ball up. And it worked out well for him because he made the pot. That's just really good stuff from Ian. He's been given a frame, but very solid match play out there from him, and 3-0 up, 1 away, 6:25 to go. But I don't know. I feel like I've had a really good sense on the last few players, but maybe not Ian if he gets the option.
I've got an idea who he might go for.
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on the spot if he wins it.
I'm not going to say the name, but there's one guy who's not looking too sharp out there.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if he'll go for that guy.
Oh, that's a little insight from the players' room. I like that.
However, that could mean nothing, because this particular player might just buzz.
Yeah, that's what you've got to guard against. An opportunity to wrap it up straight away then. Difficult, more delicate one in the middle here. Yeah, nicely done. This is laid out quite nicely for him to get it over and done with. Cue ball, he's okay. There's Carl Sutton watching on, thinking, my seat is safe. I wonder if Carl's booked a hotel room yet or not, whether he's going to wait another match or two to see whether he needs it. He's close. He is close, as is Ian Alley, 2 balls away. Knocking out last year's runner-up, Craig Waddingham. Put up a strong fight to make it through to his 3rd match, but he is going to fall in match 3. Ian Alley makes it through.
Are we going to go to the random draw, or are you going to call someone else?
I'll pick.
Picking, okay. We'll get up the list of players for you in case you need a little helping hand. The only player not available for you to pick there is in gold, Carl Sutton. He's in the safe seat. Everyone in grey is already gone. Those in white are available for you. There's a couple who've been giving you a bit of stick in the gap there, but what are you fancying?
I'm going to call out the young superstar, Jaden.
Jaden Billingham, down you come, mate.